He's halfway via October, so up the days get too brief to do it worth. Why not seize yours magnetic compass and camp shoes, shake on yours watertight and get to the mountain range. Chances are, if thou're a routine goer, you will step out secure in the expertise how an artillery examination map emitted on yours man tool thou'll aware precisely wherever and while you got loose. The story of the organization named as OS is not just how of a team of pledge blokes in a propensity for triangulate and an always present phonogram of Russell Cagoules. In the definitive year of the 18th age, Europe was in confusion. England was braced for intrusion by the France and by the government's Executive Board of Artillery, a flesh accountable for supply machinery to the troop and navy and usually protecting the sphere, necessary exact maps so it could stance its military efficaciously. The OS got to job, and by the end of 1794, the shore of Fairlight Chief in Sussex to Portland in Dorset had been displayed. While Planet War I ruined of, card makers were located across the sea to substitute current France maps, that were too little in scope and inaccurate. Above the year of the war the teams manufactured at low 25 millionth battleground maps for use by UK military, and a full of 342 millionth for the whole war force. In the deceased 1940s and previous 1950s, teams of ribbon measure owning men swarmed about the nation in big pointed arrows. They were city surveyors with flat features such as the corners of buildings as markers for card making. These markers were named review points, and photographic were undertaken, frequently in surprised or stunned onlookers, to hold path of wherever these points were. Lot of the family in the pictures would yet be live present. We'd loving human beings to trip the website and searching the places and gateway they aware to see if they recognize nobody, or though themselves. How would be fabulous. The domestic items we miss the largest the man who stored flyer Scott's the large contender, England on movie several of the senior photographic of Stonehenge were connected in a volume in 1867 and newly unearthed of the OS archive. Plans and photographic of Stonehenge shows the later head of OS, Colonel Henry James, and his household possessing a outing. The volume was done for the agent's commanders, and was thus very comprehensive. The examination, yet, is no much longer exact as the stone include with been rebuilt in official position believed by expert to copy their unique old model. On to British legacy, different stone had been propped up in wood poles of the 1880s, but anxiety for the security of visitors grew while an erect rock and its cross piece bring down in 1900. The later owner had it done secure. That was the start of a campaigning to recover and save Stonehenge. The recent stone were united in 1964. Joyfully, the jewel and the map machinery were both stored, but the flame induced the divisions go to a new staff in an ex-Caserne house in Southampton. Lightly strangely, it wasn't fair utilized as office space lodging, lot personnel lived on website. The 1871 enumeration accounting records more than rather than 20 family elderly by 12 residing at the address. In 1824, Parliament orderly later Director General of the OS, Maj Thomas Colby, and his personnel through the Irish Sea as an exact map of Ireland was necessary for earth tax need. They convert regional location names in British, for sample, survey nag Carrick, importance, opening of the Lamb in Irish, becomes Poolcarry in British. The Nature of Skipper Lancey is a fictionalized release of Maj Colby. Maj Colby was the longest-serving CEO General of the OS, who threw oneself unconditionally in the work. On one event in 1819, he walked 586 miles, 943 kilometers, in 22 days in his chase of cartographical improvement. In spite creature the lug, Maj Colby ever passing in his men and helping to construct the camps, and at the end of every success mission statement he would organize a mountainside, full in an huge cherry plum pud to top the festivity away. Colby Building, that was the staff of the OS Northern Ireland before 2014, is mentioned in his honor. On June 29, 1927, a full sunny blackout traveled large Britain and Norway for the at first period with 1724. Down there was large emotion above the occasion, and lot of human beings requested to aware the top way to expertise such a item, so a specific map was manufactured to show the times and places wherever the blackout could be seen. If you mind maps were just for conclusion the path, believe once again. A specific waterproof hairspray trial intended how of the 1930s OS maps could be utilized as a ground sheet and a cloak in the instance of a flash douche. And if thou re potential to expend more than period picnicking rather than camp, comprehensive maps, consisting such of Snowdonia, Dartmoor and the island of Arran, are now accessible in the shape of watertight rugs.